Good morning, children. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to see Owlie lesson about Owlie. A lesson about Owlie. Mom, Paul yelled in panic. Owlie is gone. Where would she have gone, Paul? Her mother said crossly. She was right there, sleeping in her cage a little while ago. But she is not there now, and Mom, the door to the garden is open. That got Paul's mother running into the room. Sure enough, there was no sign of Owlie. See here, the author starts with this lesson with a question mark. Like Owlie is missing. This is the first theme. They are entering the lesson. See, Pyle is screaming. Her mother is running towards the cage. What was an owl doing in a house, you can ask? Well, Pyle's house was a home to all kinds of creatures, mainly abandoned animals. People brought lost dogs, injured cats, and baby birds that had fallen out of their cages to Pyle's mother. See, everybody nearby in the street will bring the street dogs and the other abandoned animals to Pyle's house. So, though Pyle's house is very small, their heart is very big. That's why she accompany all the animals. See how she is carrying the animals. It was that they had a large farm or even a large house. It wasn't. Here, the author discloses that it was not the house is very big, but the heart of Pyle's mom is very big, like that he is mentioning. But even in a household used to such unexpected visitors, Owlie's advent had been memorable. Lot of visitors came, but Owlie's advent has been memorable for the family. Shifali Didi, who is a nearby person, had just turned up one day carrying a carton. See, Shifali Didi is carrying a carton. When Pyle's mother opened the carton, there were us the smallest of owlets sitting in one corner, a small ball of brown and grey. See, the owlie is looking like brown and grey. Pyle's mother picked her up gently and placed in her lap. See, she is placing the owlie in her lap and talking to her as if she would do to the dogs. She had never handled owl before, so she was very careful not to get pecked. That means not to get fear. It's not supposed to get fear like that. She's thinking and carrying the owl and keeping it in her lap. When the owl got used to her and seemed relaxed enough, Pyle's mother placed her inside a cage. There was always empty cages in Pyle's house just in case a bird dropped in. The baby owl climbed on the rod and settled herself. See, as usual, in the cage there will be a rod in the middle. So there, Owlie got settled by herself after reaching the home. See here how it is sitting in the rod in the center. Mom, what shall we call her? Asked Payal, all excited. You choose a name, said her mother, smiling. See, Payal is asking what name we will call for this particular owl like that. So, how about Owlie? Payal is asking. So, Owlie it was. Finally, the name was Owlie. The name was settled. But there was a bigger problem. What does one feed an owl? Owls are hunters. They eat rats and snakes and frogs. And in Pyle's house, they were all vegetarian. Even the dog in the Pyle's house is anti-meat. But now that Owlie had come to stay with Pyle's house, she had to get over her dislike for meat. Now she is supposed to leave her dislikeness for meat. They are supposed to bring meat inside their family because the food for owl is meat only. Rats, snakes, frogs, and meat. See how the owl is carrying a rat. That was another reason why that day was memorable. It was the first day that meat was brought to the house. See here, meat was brought to their house for the first time. Paul got the number from her friend and called the meat shop to ask them to deliver half a kilogram of minced meat to the house. They put the meat before Auli. Minced means nicely chopped meat has been brought to their house and they put in front of the Auli. See how they have put in front of Auli the minced meat. Of course, Auli did not know what to do with it. Here, Auli he was just a baby after all, so it doesn't know how to eat that. Uh, how to eat the meat. If the mother owl had been there means she would have softened the meat and shoved it. Shoved it means dropped it inside the owl's throat. Now Pail's mother decided she had to be mother of owl. She picked up a tiny bit of meat with her right hand and squeezed it up. That means pressed hardly until it was soft. Then with her left hand, she pressed open Owlie's beak and shoved the food down. That means she is opening the mouth and dropping the food inside. In a second, Owlie fell off on her perch on the floor of the cage. She lay on her back on the floor of the cage with feet up in the air. See here, within a second, it fell down as and acted as if it was dead. See here, they are placing the meat. She fell down as if it was dead. Mom, Payal cried, "You have killed her." Payal's mother was equally aghast. "Oh," she said, "oh, what have I done? The poor little bird." After Payal and her mother finished crying and hugging each other, they started talking bravely about where to bury Auli. Just then, Auli opened one eye and then the other. She got on her feet and quietly climbed the perch. She acted and then she opened because someone unknown is giving the food, no? So, see here, Payal is crying. Auli got up. Payal learnt later that falling on her back and pretending to be dead was Auli's way of defending herself. The defending means protecting against danger. Not that Payal's mother was a danger to Auli, but the baby owl did not know that then. So that was Auli's first day at home. See, she doesn't know how they will behave, so she is acting in front of them. Reading up more about owls and their habits, Payal discovered that Owlie was a spotted owlet. She had the typical grey brown coat, heavily spotted with white, the pale face, yellow eyes, and white neckband, which looked like a ribbon. Payal decided. Soon, Payal took over the job of looking after Owlie. She saw that the cage was cleaned every day. She filled the water bowl. Payal started looking care of the Owlie completely. Even she started cleaning the cage, filling water bowl, and she also decided to feed herself. feed Owlie. Once Owlie began to eat by herself, Payal too could feed her. She loved the way Owlie took a piece of raw meat from her hand. During the day, Payal kept the cage covered. Owls are night birds, so they slept during the day. At night, when owls are active, Payal took off the cover. They decided that the owlie would let fly away once she had grown bigger. But that means that until it learns to fly, it has to be there in Payal's house. After much discussion, Owlie's cage was shifted to the library. It was a lovely home room with two doors, one which led to the rest of the house and the other that opened into the garden. It was also Pyle's favorite room because it had tall bookshelves and she spent hours together. See, here Pyle is spending lot of time in the library. See the library? Are you able to see the library? Yes. There she used to read all kinds of books. The bookshelf also had lots of knickknacks. Knickknacks means small toys and other displaying. Her mother loved pretty things and displayed them here with the books. So there were all beautiful pieces of pottery, dolls from wherever they had traveled, of course, wooden and clay animals and birds also brought from all around the world and kept in the library's display. See, this picture. The following picture is the clay toys and animals. Okay, even wooden toys also kept in the library. Once Owlie was moved to the library, strict rules were laid down for everyone in the house. That what is the rules? The two doors were never to be left open, not at night, not in day. Even night, Payal would leave the cage door open and put a plate of minced meat on top of the cage, top or the cage, top of the cage. Sorry. This was so that when Owlie flew out of her cage, she could also learn to find her food. See why they are placing the minced meat on the top of the cage, no? Here Owlie is flying and it is taking the meat, consuming the meat. Initially, Pyle would shut the cage door every morning when she popped to say hello to Owlie before going to school. She would always find Owlie on her perch inside the cage, though the cage door was still open. But Payal knew Owlie was flying because she found bits of meat all over the room. That means bits of meat has been spreaded all over the room. After some time, Payal stopped shutting the cage door during the daytime also. After all, people see here the bits of meats has been spreaded all over the room. Every day when Payal came back from school, the first thing she did was to peep into the library. Usually, she would find Owlie fast asleep on her perch, but today it was different because the beginning what happened the author told no the same thing. The cage was empty and there was no sign of Owlie and the door to the garden was open. Mom, Pyle howled in panic. Who left the garden door open? How will we find Owlie now? Don't panic, said Mom. She would be somewhere around. They shut the garden door and looked in every corner of the room, behind doors, on the top of the tall bookshelves, in every nook and cranny. See here now, Pyle and her mother started looking Owlie in every nook and corner. Tears ran down Pyle's cheeks. They had wanted Owlie to fly away, but not so soon. She was still so small. How would she hunt for her food? Like that Pyle thinking in her mind. What if a kite or eagle swooped down on her? If a kite or something is swallowed her, what will happen? Like that, she is thinking. Finally, mom said, "Well, now Owly has gone. Or we may as well as leave the doors open and air the room." Wiping her tears, Payal through open the doors into the room. See here, mom is wiping the tears for Payal. Mom left the room to go to do her afternoon errands. When she came back a couple of hours later, Pyle was sitting gazing mournfully at Owly's cage. "Why don't you find yourself a good book to read?" Mom asked. She knew that reading a book was the only way Pyle could cheer up. When Pyle was sad, she always read. "Okay," sighed Payal and started looking for a book she had not read. Now Payal also said okay and she started looking for a book. But the meantime, Owly was sitting inside the cage and gazing at Payal. She noticed a curio on the shelf that she had never noticed before. "Hello, where did this one come from?" she wondered. Where did her mother get the owl from? She was about to pick it up when the curio opened one eye. It was Owly pretending to be a curio. "Mom," bawled Payal. That means she screamed. "She is back. Don't you ever give me a frighten like that again." Like that, she started scolding the owl as she put her back in the cage. Pyle swore later that Owly winked one eye after another. See here, she is scolding, Pyle is scolding the owl. Just the story ends. Thank you, children. Thank you for observing.